One of the more challenging mission fields in reaching people with the gospel of Jesus Christ is actually in the home of a Christian family. The Word of God has a message for us on how to be effective in this mission field, and I'll share it with you in less than 5 minutes. Conversion by the gospel of Jesus Christ is a beautiful miracle. The Bible calls it a new birth, and much like physical birth, there's parts of it that we can understand how it happens. But when that birth takes place, there are certain parts of it where we just step back and go, wow, how did this happen? What a miracle. It is just as much a miracle for a child growing up in a Christian home to become a Christian as it is for any other mission field in the world. Well, in Exodus chapter 13, the Word of God has a message for us about how to be effective in helping our young people grow up and learn the beauty of the gospel and how they can make a faith-filled commitment to it. Starting in verse 11, it says, "When the Lord brings you into the land of the Canaanites, as he swore to you and your fathers, and shall give it to you, you shall set apart to the Lord all that first opens the womb. All the firstborn of your animals that are males shall be the Lord's. Every firstborn of a donkey you shall redeem with a lamb, or if you will not redeem it, you shall break its neck. Every firstborn of man among your sons you shall redeem." Here in this passage, we're learning from God what he told the Israelites to do with regards to the consecration of their firstborn. Can you imagine for a moment being a kid growing up in that environment? There you are watching your dad and your mom partake in the consecration of the firstborn constantly. And then you see dad, if he doesn't have a lamb, breaks the neck of a donkey. These children have been watching their parents be devoted to the Lord. And that's really the first place we've got to start when we think about being effective in the Christian home with regards to conversion to Jesus Christ. They have to see first and foremost our devotion to God. It's our devotion to the Lord ourselves that will lead then to their discovery. Look down in verse 14, it says, "And when in time to come your son asks you, 'What does this mean?'" He's saying your children are going to watch. They're going to see this happen. And then especially your sons, they know about this consecration thing and they're learning about the firstborn male being belonging to the Lord and needing to be redeemed. And they might even see what happens to a donkey or for a donkey. And then you come to the firstborn male, and after a while, he is seeing the devotion of his parents, and he's going to ask, what does all of this actually mean? And it's in their discovery that you can then give them the description. So it's your dedication that leads to their discovery, that opens up the door for your description. Now look what God tells them to do. After the son asks, he says, "You shall say to him, 'By a strong hand the Lord brought us out of Egypt, from the house of slavery. For when Pharaoh stubbornly refused to let us go, the Lord killed all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both the firstborn of man and the firstborn of the animals. Therefore I sacrificed to the Lord all the males that first opened the womb, but all the firstborns of my sons I redeem. It shall be as a mark on your hand or frontlets between your eyes, for by a strong hand the Lord brought us out of Egypt." It's in that moment that finally when the son asks, the door opens. This message to this son would have been unbelievable. And much is the same for us when we think about our Christian home. When our children see our dedication, when the son or the daughter opens the door with that discovery question of why, we get to sit down and we get to explain not just some random, far-off history. We get to tell them our history. Let me tell you, son or daughter, where I would be if it were not for the grace of Jesus Christ. So you want to know why I'm dedicated to the Lord? Because being dedicated to him not only saved my life here, it has sealed my life for all eternity. And so I want to encourage you to be effective in the mission field of your Christian home if you live in one right now. If you're the parent or the guardian in that place, be ready to be effective by first starting with your dedication. And out of that dedication, when they ask questions, which they will, make sure you share with them the greatness of God and how personal it is to you, what he has done to save you. I hope that you have a great week, and I hope that you can be effective in the mission field that is right in front of you.